Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. It's really early here in Australia. Well, not that early. I kind of had a little sleep in, just a little mini one. But Donkey said, "Oi, Nat, it's time to get up." And so I ignored him for a little while, and then he said, he got his trumpet out and went do 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 do. And that was it. I'm up now. Now, for all of those people that pissed you off during Mercury retrograde, we're going to see what the blonde psychic rude deck is going to say to those people that pissed you off during Mercury retrograde. Of course, we've come out of that now, so thank God for that. Hallelujah. It's a really weird energy, isn't it? You know, technology goes strange, and you drop things that you're not supposed to, and you can even put the kettle in the fridge sometimes. Alright, so we're going to get a few. This one says, "Sure, I'll help you out the same way you came in." So that's the first card from the blonde psychic rude deck. I don't know that this deck is actually available in many other places because I think it's just a private seller in Australia that sells this. Like, she made the deck. Okay. And I like it because my sense of humor is really corny. "Mirrors can't talk. Lucky for you, they can't laugh either." This, of course, is a reminder to all of us to stay out of our ego, out of our mind, and continue on in our heart space. But sometimes we want to let the psychic rude deck speak for us what we could have said to those people or computers or situations that annoyed us. So see, we're not doing anything bad. We're letting this deck speak for us today. What else have we got? "If you think nobody cares if you're alive, try missing a couple of car payments." Don't you love that one? If you think nobody cares if you're alive, try missing a couple of car payments. Ain't that the truth? If you don't pay your bills, you sure do know about it. Now there's one card that's upside down, so let's grab this one and see what it says. Oh, this one's a bit nasty, but it's funny. Donkey's already laughing. He can see that how funny it's going to be. Alright, you ready? "If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you." Wow, that's really dark humor right there. Alrighty, so that's the first ones that we want to do, just to get us in a fun kind of mood, because I know that twin flames in separation aren't always having the most fun time. So we're gonna also get some inspiration now from, goodness only knows what this deck's called. I don't know, I can't remember. And I think I've put the box in another box, so I can't even tell you. But let's just call them Nat's inspirational cards for the day. That weren't made by me, but because I'm telling it to you, I'm taking all the credit just for the day. Donkey is saying, "You can't do that. That's copyright." Well, I just did. Oh well. Alright, so let's get one for Divine Feminine and then one for Divine Masculine, and then we're going to see what's going on with this separation phase for those of you in separation. Okay, Divine Feminine, speak to me. What do you need to know? That one's for you. Divine Masculine, what on earth do you need to know? You need to come towards your feminine, doesn't he? Okay, that one just flew out in a sarcastic manner. Okay, so Divine Feminine, this one is for you. I am life everlasting. I am an eternal being. Look at you there, all in the flowers. Maybe you could get naked and go and run in the flower patch for a while. Sounds fun though, doesn't it? We can have some fun. Okay, so this card says you cannot die. Ooh, that's a big promise. Okay, I do not claim copyright for these cards. You cannot die because you are everlasting life. In grace, you may choose to relax and allow your gentle transition back into your non-physical state of pure positive energy. Your natural state is foreverness. Alright? So there you are, looking spooky in the clouds and in the flowers. But it's kind of also a little reminder there to go back into nature and ground yourself. If you're having a bad day, you know, take a little walk in nature. And if it's snowing where you are, perhaps don't do that. Maybe get an indoor plant. Because I said that to someone the other day. I said, are you grounding yourself in nature? And they said, I can't do that. It's snowing where I live. And I said, oh, okay, we might need to do, you know, get an indoor plant or something so that you can, I don't know, touch the soil or touch nature in some kind of way. Even having a bath is a good thing to do. And if you don't have a bath, have a shower. And if you don't have a shower, I don't know what to do then. I don't know, maybe just wait for it to rain and have a shower under the rain. Okay, there's always a problem solver though, you know. That's what I'm trying to get to here. Divine Masculine's card says, I'm not here to fix anything. I'm here for fun. Wow, look at that. See him being the bird? How irresponsible he is, flying away from the nest. I am being sarcastic today, but okay. In general, we aren't here to fix anything. We are supposed to live in our joy. That's what it means. Okay, so be free. If you've got children, you may want to feed them though. They may need feeding at some kind of time. Okay, so this card says you are not here to fix anything because nothing is broken, but everything is continually changing and expanding. That's the truth. Release your struggle and seek joy and fun, and in doing so you will align with the fantastic and expanding rhythm of the universe. Okay, birds flying is a really great metaphor for that. They're free, you know. I mean, I know they have to go and find their food and go back to their nest and all of that stuff, but when they're flying, they're free. So that's a really great energy for Divine Masculine. Okay, so I pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle on camera too, so you can see that there's no mistaking what's coming out from the cards. Divine Feminine, you're not having the best of times lately. You kind of go into this defensive energy where you think that if I block off my heart, like if the Divine Masculine's not coming in, I'll just block myself off, and it's going to be easier that way because then I can just go about my day. But the thing is, when you block off your heart, you don't allow the chi to flow or the energy to flow through you. Okay, so this kind of energy, wow, this is really yucky energy that we have here that can come and go. You know, it's not there all of the time, but look, we have defensiveness here, we have overthinking to the point of depression, we have more overthinking, trapped in thoughts, and we have this past energy of arguing with people, being in our ego. And the whole reason that this is going on is because you just want the love. Alright, think about a child when they overact, right? When they start screaming and kicking and screaming or crying or, you know, getting angry, whether that's a young child or a teenager, it's because they want love. Now, any attention seeking behavior is always because we need love. Okay, so if you're in fear, if you're yelling, if you're screaming, if you're jealous, if you're being judgmental, if you're doing any of those lower vibrational things, it's because you are missing the love. All right, so just know that unless you're hungry or tired, because that can make us feel like this. All right, if you're hungry or tired, you can feel defeated and exhausted, and sometimes I say to my really close friends, hey, I can't speak to you right now, I'm hungry, or I need to go and have a nap, just let me be for a minute, because we can get into our ego and into our mind space then. All right, so just be aware that if you're going along great, and then you're either hungry or tired, there is that potential for arguments, there is that potential for overthinking or having a meltdown. So keep yourself, number one, hydrated, Divine Feminine, and number two, make sure you're eating regularly and getting enough rest and sleep. Some of you are worrying about your Divine Masculine not coming in, and this is really affecting your sleep patterns. Also, astrologically, sometimes, the planets kind of are doing this weird thing, and it can affect our sleep, and, the moon cycles can affect our sleep as well. That's kind of where you're at right now. Let's see what's going on for Divine Masculine here. Something in his life is making him happy. There's this wish fulfillment here, okay? So the reason he may not be coming in is because there's this wish fulfillment here, and it's related to him growing his money or resources. This is a guy that's really, really excited because he's nearly got it all, and it's emotional fulfillment as well as monetary fulfillment. So it's something he's really passionate about. And in fact, recently his home situation may have made him feel a little bit shitty, right? Left out in the cold, a bit yucky, a bit out of place. And so this new thing made him kind of go, wow, 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 there is something for me, So it's kind of a nice thing that's going on for Divine Masculine. He's also had a real long think about what he needs for himself. This is great because we see the Strength card here, and this is a taming of the ego here. This is him realizing that he doesn't need to be forceful, he doesn't need to be putting other people in their place, he doesn't need to be controlling at all. He needs to be a compensator, a person that's fair and balanced. And we have the 6 here, which for me has been coming up recently and represents love and harmony. So this is really balanced energy, and in fact any kind of heartbreak he may have had from another woman in the past is kind of over now, right? So that's good. So that means he's moving forward in an emotional way, and he may be getting ready to come forward and give you something small. It might just be a little text message saying, hey, or it might be, that telepathic kind of feeling. If you're not in actual physical communication, it might be that he's got something to tell you in a telepathic sense. Okay, so let's just see a little bit more about Divine Feminine now, because I feel like many Divine Feminines think that the Divine Masculine has just kind of snuck away from the connection. This is, someone that's manipulating, someone that's being sneaky. This was the wish fulfillment. Wow. Divine Feminine being a little bit pissed off. My throat chakra playing up now as I'm telling this story here. Why isn't he coming in? why did he sneak away from me? It feels like he's taking everything away from me. We were going to have this together. Where is it gone? And then she kind of goes, oh yeah, that's right. He's got to compensate these other people in his life. So Divine Feminine's kind of in this feeling of, well, excuse me, my throat chakra is really going. Divine Feminine, not all of you. This is not all of you. Some of you are have resentment towards your Divine Masculine, and it's causing your heart chakra to block off. Okay, because you don't want to get hurt, you're kind of going, I'm just going to do this. If I just do this and focus on other things, I'll be fine. I'm just blocking him off. I'm blocking him off. I'm blocking him off. I'm blocking him off. But what you do then is you actually cause stuck energy inside of you. Okay, and that's why I'm coughing, because once the heart chakra blocks up, the throat chakra goes, like I can't, you might even, for some of you might even have a cold or something like that too, or have lost your voice, and that is a real metaphor, because you feel like you can't speak because he's not coming in. How do you speak to someone who's not coming in? It's this closing off of the throat because you're not able to speak your truth. And as we know, Divine Feminine really likes to be able to speak. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a candle and try and clear the energy here. Okay, so that Divine Feminine can have that feeling of being able to speak. The other thing I want you to do today is, if this is happening for you, I want you to put on some music, some of your favorite music, and I want you to sing. Okay, so you don't have to you don't have to book a crowd and sing in front of anyone, but just in the shower, or even now, you can pause the video, go and put on some of your favorite music. And if you don't really do that in general, you can literally just sing happy birthday and sing it 3 times. Okay, so then that will get rid of the stuck energy that's coming, that's getting stuck and clogged there in the throat. I feel this real need for Divine Feminine to hear from her masculine, and it doesn't even have to be anything romantic or wonderful, but she just wants to be able to speak to him. It's this, and then we have dogs barking as the synchronicity. So there's this real feeling of, you don't have to tell me that we're going to get married and, have 10,000 children together, but I would like you to at least acknowledge that I'm here, and that's fair enough. So here is that card representing that, I just want to hear from you. I just want to know what you're doing. I just want to have some kind of intel on what you've been doing. Please don't not speak to me anymore. Because the Divine Feminine takes it personally. Even if he's been away doing other things, to her, to send a text message, she goes, well, it's only like, a minute to send a text message, isn't it? It's only like, it only takes a minute to just go, hey, how you doing? And I've been doing this and I'm up to this, even if you weren't going to reply again. But it just takes a minute to do that. And so she's in this spot of wondering how to get the universe to help her. How do I get the universe to help me, come to this beautiful place here? Divine Masculine is through that portal there. How do I get him to come to me? And so many of you are wondering, how can I not be single anymore? How can I really have union with my Divine Masculine? Okay. And this is where I plug my Ascension course, and I tell you that the Divine Feminines who've been doing the Ascension course and the manifesting course that I made are now coming into union with their Divine Masculine. In fact, they're not just coming into union with their divine masculine, but their divine masculines are all over the text messages, are all over the phone calls, are all over them, you know, asking even, you know, to marry them, asking to meet up with them, asking to come into union with them. Okay, so I've studied twin flames for many years now, and I've also worked really, really hard on my own ascension and on manifesting techniques. So if you want to know how to bring your masculine into you energetically, because that's the only real way to do it, then, you know, hit me up. My details are down in the description box below. Because what happens quite often is that when you realize that you're a twin flame and you start seeing the patterns of the whole twin flame thing, which can be different for each couple, what usually happens is, especially for divine feminine, she leads from the mind space, you know, because generally she's still going through the awakening process or the ascension process. I mean, we're all consistently trying to stay in a high vibrational state. And what happens is she lets the ego and the mind take over. And when this happens, she kind of feels like a bit of a fool, because she's like, well, I know we're twin flames, you know, I know we're twin flames, all of the stuff's happening, but he's not coming in. And then so she feels foolish, and so some of her self-esteem can be lost in the whole melting pot, is what I want to call it. All right, so we want commitment from the divine masculine, okay, but we don't want to do it in a way where there's still all this weirdness going on. Okay, it's kind of like you come into this place of knowing that you're a twin flame, and then there's all this weirdness that occurs because it's so blissful, because it's so wonderful, because it's so otherworldly. You know, there's all this overthinking that happens. And the twin flame journey, the twin flame connection, is a heart to heart, soul to soul, third eye to third eye connection. And so when you start trying to bring all of these dating rules and references in, you know, like whether that's from Tinder or whether that's just generally on social media or online dating or whatever it is, when you try and bring those rules to the twin flame journey, you'll find yourself completely at a loss, okay, because it's not a 3D physical connection. It can be, but the energetic importance of it is actually quite profound. All right, so, you know, to master the technique of bringing your twin flame in so that they actually acknowledge you, so that they actually want to be with you, so that they're giving you a real offer of commitment, is one of the mysteries of the twin flame journey. Okay, so once you know how to do it though, it's really a piece of cake. It's not as hard as it seems. But for right now, the divine feminines, not all divine feminines, but many divine feminines are in their headspace, are in their mind, you know, where is he? Why isn't he showing up? I'm doing everything I can, you know. It even gets to the point where divine feminine goes, I'm effing working on myself and he's not showing up. Or she's at a place where she just doesn't care anymore. So let's just see what he wants to say about all this now from his soul, okay? So we're going to get what his soul perspective is. I think it's really important that we lead from that soul place, because, you know, even though whatever he's doing in the 3D world is occurring, that's not how you're going to attract him in anyway, alright? That doesn't really matter. What he's doing in the 3D doesn't matter. Okay, so this is a message from his soul to you, divine feminine. So listen up. In the recent past and up to now, I've been quite exhausted physically in my third dimensional reality, so in the real world, okay? I'm trying to grow my money and or resources. Wow. Look at this. So that when I come in, wow. When I come in, I'm going to have love and wisdom, and also have tamed my ego, that I want to be able to give you what you need. We must remember that divine, wow, he's kind of choking up when he's thinking of you, divine feminine. He really loves you. He doesn't want to just come in with his wisdom and with his love, and also, you know, with a tamed ego here. He wants to come in and be able to give you something. You know, it's no point, let's say he lives across the other side of the world and he gets the plane ticket one day to come and see you. There's no point in him coming and seeing you unless he can actually, you know, be able to provide for you. Because the masculine energy is the providing energy, is the protecting energy. He wants to feel able to do this for you. Okay, and, you know, maybe compensate some other people in his life too. If he has children, or if he has, you know, any dependents, like, you know, maybe he looks after his mother or his family or something. He wants to be able to do that, right? Many of them are heartbroken from a previous relationship, or they are disappointed that there's a third party in the way. So either you are with someone else or they are with someone else. And if that's not the case, they've had some heartbreak in the past with women, right? With other women who have been cutting. This is a past energy, right? This is those women that nag, you know. Gary, why didn't you put the trash out? You know, for goodness sake, I told you 3,000 times that you need to put the trash out, right? And it's this kind of weird mothering energy that is nagging, and they don't like it. So FYI, if you didn't know that already, your divine masculine doesn't like to be nagged. Okay. In fact, that may be why he broke up with his ex in the past, because he went, I can't live like this anymore because I can't be myself. You know? Just remember too that when you eventually do come into union with your twin flame, the worst thing you can possibly do, whether you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine, is to nag the other person. Okay? Remember that bliss love when you come in to one another. You know, they can do nothing wrong. They're amazing, they're magical, they're beautiful, you know, all of those things. And then you start putting labels on things and doing that whole third dimensional stuff. You know, the trash didn't get put out on time. You didn't text me from when you were coming home from work at what time. And all of that stuff needs to stay in the third dimension. Okay? This is a fifth dimensional consciousness and above relationship. And that doesn't mean that there's not going to be 3D stuff going on. There absolutely will be. But you need to be in a consciousness that's fifth dimensional consciousness and above. And if you don't understand what that means, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make a video about that for a twin flame concept video. So yeah, some of them are only offering something small, and some of them are offering not much at all to you. And it's all because of your own vibration, divine feminine. So what you do with your own energetic vibration is imperative for the twin flame connection. If he's being slow, okay, it's because you are energetically pushing him away, okay? And this is something that you need to learn how to master. You need to learn how to bring him in. The love is always there. The love is never gone. But what you do with your energy is absolutely everything. All right? Absolutely everything. So he's saying here, not only am I in love with you and passionate for you, but for right now, I kind of feel like I can't give you much. I kind of feel like I need to come in slow. Okay, and that's for those of you who are blocking off your energy from him, blocking off your heart because you don't want to get hurt. That's what we generally do as humans, you know, whether that's for a cousin, a brother, a mother, a friend, right? We block off our energy because we don't want to get hurt. So we go, oh, I'm going to block them, I'm going to ghost them, I'm going to push them away, or whatever it is. Don't do that. Okay, don't ever block off your own heart because you think it's going to get hurt. Okay, leaving your heart space open. I always say be like a jellyfish. Okay, so imagine you're a jellyfish, you know, you're floating in the water, in the ocean. Let's say a shark comes up, right? And that's your auntie. All right, you're the jellyfish and the shark says, I don't like that dress you're wearing. Okay, now instead of closing off the heart, right, and being defensive, I want you to accept it, accept that that's what they've said and that it has nothing to do with you at all, and let that comment literally come through and flow through you. You're a jellyfish. Okay, so not only did you leave your heart chakra open, okay, you acknowledge that that's their opinion and that's fine, and you let it flow through you. All right, energy is ever flowing. As soon as you start trying to clog it off, block it off, put a cork in it, however you want to say, you know, it's like if I try and put my finger sorry donkey, put my finger in donkey's mouth so he can't eat anymore, right? It's going to choke him up. And the same thing happens with our energy. If we try and, you know, block it off in some kind of way because we're afraid or because we don't want to get hurt, ow, he's biting me now, we end up hurting ourselves. Okay, so don't do that. Even with your divine masculine, even if he's not coming in, allow your heart to be open, allow your heart to be open, allow your heart to be open, so that when he does come in, finally come in, okay, when you learn how to, you know, deal with your own energy and manifest him, okay, then when he comes in, you'll be open, you'll be nurturing, you'll be loving. You're not going to be like those 3D people who are in third dimensional consciousness who go, whatever, you didn't speak to me for 5 weeks, how dare you, I'm never speaking to you again, and then you've just lost the whole connection. If someone's being narcissistic, if someone is using you, if someone is treating you really badly, of course I would never suggest that you stay in that connection, and nor would I say that that would be a twin flame connection anyway. Okay, so if you're not sure if it's your twin, you can get a reading with me. I will confirm and or deny if I believe it's your twin flame or not. Okay, so I'm sending you loads of love and light today, and I want you to come into a space of being okay with you. Be okay with your own energy. All right, as your divine masculine is finding himself in some kind of creative way, maybe with a new job, maybe with a new creative expression, I invite you to do the same. Okay, so lead from the heart, lead from the heart, lead from the heart. Follow your joy, follow your joy, follow your joy, and know that your twin flame union can be really quick if you know what you're doing. If you want to do one of my courses, please let me know. You just have to contact me. Down in the description box is my information. And of course, I'm sending you a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. I love you all so much. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.